So we finished variables, methods, constructors, method overloading, constructor overloading, right? So
Yes,
next
ma'am.
is okay.
Can we change class name, ma'am? Once it's created, we cannot rename the class.
Yeah, I think we can do it. We are having this name called refractor. You can see refractor.
Ah,
That
refactor.
is,
Okay.
you
I
have to
haven't
right
noticed.
click and
Okay.
you have to click on this refractor and you can rename it.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Okay. So we didn't finish that loops and operators, right?
No, ma'am. We have
I'll
started it.
give you a quick review. That is, let's go through that quickly because it is needed. So let's finish loops today. So I'm going to create a
Looks
new
okay.
package. Yes, I'm going to create a new package. Let's see what are all the
Okay.
loops present in Java. So let's start
Okay.
with. I'm going to create a new class. It is if else loop.
If else. Okay.
So we will be having a condition. If that condition is true, if block will be executed. Otherwise, false block will be executed. That is, else block will be
Okay.
executed.
Okay. So
So
else if also is there, ma'am?
yeah, we are having
Will you
that
be
is
using?
called as nested if else. We are going to see it now. So here,
Okay.
if certain this is a syntax. If certain condition will be there, if that condition is
Okay.
true, then first block this if block will be executed. This is if block, and that is whatever
Okay.
code that is present inside this will be executed. Otherwise, if the condition is false, then this block will be
Else.
executed. That is, else block
Well,
will be
executed.
executed.
Okay.
So let's see the simple if
Okay.
else first. So I'm going to have integer age is equal to 0. Let it be age equal to 1. And I'm going to have if block here. If age is greater than 18, I'm going to print it as major. So it is result. I have to give it as major. Else, so this is if block. Else, I'm going to give it as minor here. So now if I run the code, so what is the error here? I didn't have a main method so far. So I have to
Yes, ma'am.
have a main method, right? So that is a problem. I have a main method. So inside the main method, I'm just going to have this code. So here I'm going to have a if block here. That is, if this condition
Okay.
is true, then this block will be executed. Otherwise,
Executed.
else
If
block
not,
will be executed.
executed.
Running this code. So now I'll be getting minor here because age is less than 18. And I can have one more option here. That is else if age is less than 18, okay, less than 18. So else if we have to give a space,
So we
we
can
have to
also
print
use
it.
operators, ma'am, all along.
Yeah, we can use
Or and no.
operators. Yeah, we are going to see all of them after this loops. So now I'm using whether age is greater than 18. Here it will comes first. So this block, it is not true, so it will come here. And this block will be executed. Otherwise, I'm just going to give it as age is 18. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it as 18. So what will happen now? So it will come here. It will check whether age is greater than 18. Actually, it is not true. So if condition is false, so it will come to this else block. This is also not true. Age is less than 18. So when
It's not.
both
It is
false
equal to
means it
18.
will yes it will
So
come to
both are
this
like okay.
else block here. So this is nested if else. So
What is
age
what was
is
that, ma'am? Method?
nested if else. So
Method
this
is
block
okay.
nested. This block is if else.
Method is
Okay. So this
okay.
is if else. What we are seeing here is nested if else.
Method is okay.
Okay, so the syntax is if certain condition will be there, certain condition will be there. If that condition is true, this block will be executed. Else if another condition will be there, and if that condition is true, then this else if block will be executed. Otherwise, else block will be executed.
Okay.
Okay, so this is nested if else. So next we can see, you can understand this one, right? Ester difference.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Okay, let's go for the next one. Switch case. So these switch and all it is keyword, so you must not use it for other purpose.
Okay.
So I'm going to have switch of some expression. Depending upon the expression, I'll name the cases, case, then some statement will be executed. I'll be giving a name depending upon the expression you are passing here. So case name will be given depending upon the expression you are passing here. So statement 1, then I'll be having break code, then case, another case, then case name, then statement 2 will be executed. So it is statement 2, then break statement. So none
Is
of
it like
its
while
two
loop,
is,
ma'am?
no, while loop is
No, no.
different.
Okay.
So switch case
Okay.
means you will be
Because
having,
in that also. Okay.
no, while loop is different. I'll explain that.
Okay, fine.
So here, so switch off expression, right? So depending upon the expression, you will be having number of outputs you are switching to the particular case block, that is block of that block here. Depending upon the
Okay.
expression, you have to name the case. So we are going to
Yes,
see that one, and we are having a default block. Then some statements will be there, and then breakcode. So let's see this with an example now. I'm going to
okay.
have switch. Then I'm going to pass. Okay, before that I'm going to give string name equal to
Okay.
Java. I think I have not given that main method, so I have to give a main method, and I'm going to delete this one and I'm going to paste it here. So now we have switch name is Java and switch off name. So what will happen here? So particular case will be executed that having that name. So case first cases I'm giving Python, and there
Python. Okay.
I'm going to give it as Python, and I'm going to give a break. And then second case is Java, and sysout statement I'm giving Java, and third one I can have any number of output here. So case C#, sysout C#. And giving a break. And default block will be executed. Suppose if the expression does not match with any of these cases, we will be having default block. So it is default. Then I
If it
can
doesn't
pass
matches any of the cases, it will print.
yes.
Print the
Same.
default.
Yes. So it does not match.
Okay.
So I'm giving a break. So now I have given switch off name. Name is Java now. So Java block will be executed now.
Okay.
Suppose if you are giving C# here, then C# block will be executed.
Executed. Okay.
So depending upon the value you are passing inside the switch, that is depending upon the expression you are passing here, cases you have to give it. Okay. So this is switch case. So if suppose if you have given some value which does not match with any of these cases means, then default block will be executed. I can run this code. So I'll be getting does not match, right? So the default block will be executed here. So this is switch case. The next one is while block. So I'm going to have a main method here. So it has three parts. These loops will have three parts. While, do while, and for loop and all. It will have three parts. First is initialization, then condition checking, then incrementation or decrementation. So let's see. I'm going to give integer a equal to 0, and I want to print a to 9. Okay, 0 to 9 or 0 to 10. So it is a less than or equal to 10. I'm going to print this a here. After that, I have to add 1. So after this assignment operator will understand what is happening here. So let's run this code and I explain you the logic behind this one. So now I'll be getting 0 to 10 will be printed. For simplicity, I'm just going to give it as 5. So 0 to 5 will be printed. So I'm running this code. So 0 to 5 is printed. So let's see the logic behind this one. So it is 0 to 5. So let's see the logic. So this part is initialization part, and this part condition checking, and this part incrementation part. So let's start with A. I'm giving A equal to 0. I'm checking the condition A less than or equal to 5. That is, I'm checking whether 0 is less than or equal to 5. This is true. So it is printing A, that is 0. So after that, A is incremented by 1. Already A is 0. So it is 0 plus 1. So 1 will be there. A value will be 1. So I'm checking for it. So I'm checking that 1 is less than or equal to.
But ma'am, once the output is executed, then what is the use of coming back? Why it's coming back and returning the A equal to A plus 1? Because
until the loop fails, it will keep on doing the same thing. Only if the loop fails means it will stop the iteration. So the main usage of these loops and all is if you want to execute the same code for different purpose. So for different input, then we will be using these loops. If you want to execute the same statements repeatedly, we will be using this for loop. So after the loop failure only, it will stop its iteration. Okay. So now I'm giving A equal to 1 and checking that against 5. So it is true. So it is A is 1 now. So it will print 1 and again A value will be incremented by 1. A is already 1. So 1 plus 1 it is going to return 2. Then A equal to 2. Same condition I'm going to check. So 2 less than or equal to 5. It will print 2. And again A value will be equal added by 1. So it is A equal to 3. Now A is equal to 3 and I'm checking 3 less than or equal to 5. So this is true. So I'm printing 3. Again A value I'm going to add it. So it is A plus 1. So A value will be 4. A value will be 4 and 4 less than or equal to 5. So this is also true. So it will print 4. And now A value will be incremented by 1. So A is 5. So A equal to 5 and 5 less than or equal to. So it is equal. So the condition is true. So as the condition is true, it will print 5. And after this, A value will become 6. A is 6 now. And it will check for the condition 6 less than or equal to 5. This is not true. So loop terminates. So this is a logic behind this one. We are having one more loop called do while loop. Here in while loop, only if the condition is true, this block will be executed. But in the case of do while, even if the condition fails, at least one time the code will be executed. So let's see that one now. So it is having a different structure. So here, only if the condition is true, I'll be getting into the loop, right? So now we are going to have another loop, that is do while. I'm going to create a new class. So just do while. I'm going to have a main method here. So the basic syntax is, so we will have do keyword, then a block of code, then a block of code, then only I'll be checking the condition, while condition will be there. So this is do while loop. So once the code will be executed, even if the condition is true, condition is false. So example is integer I equal to 0. I'm using the same logic here. I'm going to print this one. I'm going to print this I. So after that, I'm going to add this one. So I plus plus means I plus 1. I'll explain you while taking operators. So now this while I less than 5. Okay. So I'm giving a column here. So if I run the code, this condition is true. I is less than 5. So the same logic will take place here. So I'm getting 0 to 4. Suppose, so actually what is happening, I'll just give you a simple example for first two iterations alone. So first I value will be equal to 0. It will print 0. After that only I value will be incremented by 1. And after that only condition will be checking 1 less than or equal to 5. If I is equal to 1, then print of 1, like that it will keep on going until it reaches 5, until it reaches 4. So it will print 4, and after that I value will be 5, and when it comes again, so here the block will be, here itself the block will be stop its iteration. I value will be 5, 5 less than 5 is there. So here termination takes place. So now if the condition is false, I am going to give I greater than 5. So if I run the code, what will happen? At least once, the first time iteration will be there. You can see I am getting 0. So what is happening here? So I equal to 0, it will print 0, and I value will be incremented by 1, that is I equal to 1 now. Now I am checking the condition I is greater than 5. That is 1 is greater than 5. So the condition fails, so the loop terminates. So this is do while loop. So they will ask you the difference between while and do while. If it is while means, if the condition is true means then the code will be executed. And in the case of do while, even if the condition is failed, the code will be executed at least once. Okay. So this is difference between while and do while. So not only this simple code, you can try for addition, that is reversely, that is if you want to display the descending order values, those things that is stable and all. We can do plenty of things with this loop. I'll just share you some basic examples. So with the help of while loop or do while loop, we can print
the main.
Yes. Let's see some common examples. So they will ask you to print some tables using this while loop. Let it be 14th table. So how to print it? So you have to start from 0 or 14, it's up to you. So 14, then while I is less than boundary value you have to give. I'm just giving 200. So I less than 200. I'm going to, so here I have this integer. And now here, so I'm going to print this I, and incrementation value I have to give it as 14. Okay. So the difference between two values you have to give it as I equal to I plus 14. So that you'll be getting 14th table got printed. So you can see 14th table got printed. If you want to start it from 0, you can give I equal to 0. So 0 to 196 will be printed. So you can see 0 to 196. Suppose if you want to print even numbers or odd numbers, that can also be done here. So I'll just comment this lines. Let it be, you want to print even numbers. Okay. You want to print even numbers from 200 to 0. Okay. So let's see how to do that one. So here initial value is 200. I have to give while I greater than or equal to 0 because I want to include 0. And here I am going to print I value, and I have to decrement the value. So I equal to I minus 2. Why I have decrement as 2 is, so two values will be decremented.
Yeah, it will be even numbers. Okay.
So now I'll be getting 200 to 0. Can see 200 to 0 here. So like this, you can make use of these while loop. Okay, while loop, do while loop. These things you can perform. So the next is.
But unlike Python, in Python we have to break the statement, right? In while loop, and in here we don't have to break.
No, actually, we need not. We can use break statements, but in Python it is not necessary that you have to use break statement. So if you want to break the iteration, you can use break. If you want to skip the iteration, you can give continue. It is not compulsory thing. So it is also having the same syntax as Java, but if you want to break means you can give. So if you give here break, what will happen? It's just stop, right?
Okay.
It will not proceed further. So I am giving continue. So same thing will happen here. Okay.
By default, it will take continue. unless we break the statement.
Yes. So this is while and do while loop. So we have seen switch case, while loop, do while loop, if else and nested if else. So the next one is for loop. So I'm going to create a new class. So it is for loop. So I'm going to have a main method here. So the syntax is for initialization. Everything will take place in a single line. Initialization, condition checking, incrementation, or decrementation in the same line. Okay. So it is for integer I equal to 0, and I want to print odd numbers now. Okay. Odd numbers from 1 to 33. So I have to start it from 1, I less than or equal to 33, I plus equal to 2, or else you can give it as I equal to I plus 2. So then we are going to run this I. So let's run this code. So I'm getting 1 to 33. So not only for this numbers, if you want to execute the same code for multiple times, we can use this for loop. For int I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. I want to execute some code for 3 times means you can just give hi. It's not
Can you
necessary
explain
that
this one more time, ma'am? For loop, can you
this
explain one
one,
more time?
this one.
Yeah, this one. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, this one.
Okay. So
Initialization.
okay, I'll finish this one and then I'll explain the logic behind that.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah.
So here, so if I'm giving this one 3 times high will be printed. So what is actually happening here? The same logic will take place. But there I'll be having that separate line. Here I'll do everything in the same line. I will be equal to 1. I'll be checking that against 3. So for the first time, post implementation will not take place. Only after the loop got executed for the first time, loop value will be incremented. This I plus equal to 2 can see, this is post implementation. That is after the code got executed, after the first iteration completed only, that value will be incremented. So it will come here.
Okay.
So it will print 1 and then only value will be incremented by 2. So now it will be 3. I will be 3. 3 less than equal to 33. Like that it will keep on going.
Okay.
So until it reaches 33, I equal to 3 and 30. I is equal to 33 and 33 less than or equal to 33. It will print 33. After that, I will be 35. I is 35. The condition will be failure. 35 less than or equal to 33. There is a failure here. So it will break the or it will stop the iteration.
Okay. Fine. Yeah.
So this is a logic. Okay, same logic, but there in while and do while and all, we will have them in a separate line. But here everything
Yeah.
takes place in the same
Everything
line.
will be given in the same line. Okay.
Yes. That is a difference.
Okay.
So these are the common loops. They are having one more loop called for each loop or enhanced for loop. So that is mainly used for arrays or collection framework. So when teaching arrays or collection framework, I will explain what is that for each loop. Okay. So far we have seen if else, nested if else, then while, do while, switch case. Okay, and then for loop. So we have finished for loop now. I need to install one thing in your laptop. You are connecting using your laptop. TestNG plugin did we install?
Come again, ma'am?
TestNG plugin? No, right?
I don't know, ma'am. I will share it.
Yeah, share your screen. So actually, that is needed for Selenium.
Okay.
Let's install it in the background.
Can you enable?
Yeah. Wait. I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yes, you can do now.
Okay, fine.
Actually, it is a plugin. Okay? This plugin is essential for running testing code, not Selenium code. So it is for testing code. So it will take some time.
We haven't installed anything, ma'am. Okay.
No. We need so for Selenium, there is no need to install anything. We are just going to add some jar files. So we can straightly add while doing the project. So for Selenium, no special software is needed. But for testing, we need to install this plugin.
Okay. These are the Java topic which you forwarded on the group earlier.
Yeah. So we have finished methods, types. Go back. So we have finished methods, variables, types of methods, constructors, loops. So then operators is balanced.
Only operators are balanced here.
Yes.
In here we have in polymorphism we
are going
have
to see all
chain
these
overloading.
things. So this you can see the second part, that OOPS concept, that will come under intermediate Java. These part, this 5 topics, this 6 topics you are having, right? This 6 topics. First one, method to loops.
Okay.
That is basics. Okay, and this OOPS concept and some topics that is present after that one, Java essential for Selenium. And this OOPS
this
concept,
also we will learn them.
we are going to finish all these Java concepts, and then only we are getting into Selenium.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
One second, I will open it.
Yeah,
I have opened it.
Okay. So now go to help there. Help. Okay. Click on Eclipse Marketplace. From last second, yes. And it will take some time. And search it as test NG, test new generation.
I think initially in the last version we did it, but it was showing some error now. So I uninstalled and downloaded this one.
You did that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did that one and it.
Okay. Then click on that install. Let me see whether it is properly installed there.
No, but this is the new one actually. This app is a new one. Actually, you told me to download. I think what was it? Orange, no? I think there was some name. Told me to install. Actually, initially I had it, and you said there was some problem. Even though after we.
No, it is not there.
Okay, but we changed the software, ma'am. Actually, we downloaded another version of Eclipse.
Yes. Okay, we have some issues, so we have downloaded that is uninstalled that one. Okay, that's not a problem. So this is a new one only now. So go for TestNG, search for TestNG.
TestNG, okay.
Yes. TestNG, yes, go for it.
Okay.
I click on install. So this is the important part, okay? So wait for it.
Okay.
Okay, in the meanwhile, we can continue the session now. Okay, suppose if it is asking you anything, let me know.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. So let's see operators now. Yeah, it will say take some time. So let's not waste that. So we can create.
Okay. Can you share it, ma'am? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sharing. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. So I'm going to create a new package now. We are going to see about operators. So this operators. Okay, let's have it in this loops itself. So I'm going to have new class. So it is on operators. I'm going to have a main method now. So first is arithmetic operators. First let me list out what are the operators present. Assignment operators, logical, comparison,
Okay.
and conditional operators. So let's see one by one. So first is arithmetic operators. Let's see two operators today: arithmetic operators and assignment operators. So arithmetic operators. So these are plus, minus, a star, multiplication, division, and one more thing is there, that is post incrementation, pre-incrementation, and post decrementation and pre-decrementation. Let's see what is that one, because it is one of the commonly asked interview.
But we have another function, exponents like power. It doesn't have any.
Not like in Python, we are not having the double star, those things and all is not there. But we can use a
Okay.
power function in math class. There is a class called math class, there we can use.
That's okay. Okay, fine.
So I'm going to give integer a equal to 0. Okay. And
Okay.
after that, I'm going to give a plus plus. So this is, wait, I will have this. This is out. So I'm having a plus plus now. So what will be the output now? It has to be 1. But this is post incrementation. That means after the code, the a plus plus means a is equal to a plus 1. This is what it means. But that incrementation will take place after the code completed its execution. If I am displaying a now, my value will be 1. So after the code got completed only, this code will be executed. This is
Oh, is it
post
necessary to give two outputs, right? Once
No,
the
no. I'm just explaining you why I'm having. So 2 plus you are asking.
no, ma'am. In this post
It's like,
implementation A double plus, we should give the given value, right? We should print the given value so that it will increment the existing value 0 plus 1 and it will show 1, right?
So it is actually what will be happening here is, so when you are giving a plus plus, first it will return 0. It's displaying 0
Yes,
only.
ma'am.
But after that, after it prints 0, its value will be incremented. So to show the implementation, I'm just giving this a here. Okay. So if I run the code now, if you check, a value will be 1. It is post incrementation. After the code got executed, your value will be incremented by 1. So the same thing will apply for post decrementation too. For example, if I'm having 10 here and if I'm displaying it as b negative negative, so what will happen? So it is b negative negative is equal to b equal to b minus 1. This is what happening. But this will take, if I run this code, still I'll be getting same time. Only after the line got executed, okay, only after the line got executed, that value will be decremented. This is post. That is after that. After it is finished its execution, it code will be decremented here.
So in order to check whether it's decrease or not, we have to print like this.
Yes.
To check
So this
whether
line,
it's
yeah,
decreased.
this is for checking only.
Okay.
Okay. So this is
Okay.
post. Suppose if you try the same thing for pre-incrementation. Oh, wait. Suppose if you use the same thing for pre-incrementation or decrementation, during the code itself, code will be incremented. That is, value will be incremented. So pre-incremented means plus plus a. This is example. That means 1 plus a. During the code itself, okay, this is
It will return as 1 if it is 0.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it is post implementation. Let's have an example here. Integer c equal to 3. And if I am using, okay, so if I am using c plus plus c, so value will be 4, right?
4.
Value will be 4. And if
So
I am
want to
giving,
if you print again C system out print and
same
it
output
will
will
show
be
3
there.
and
Same
4.
output. Same output you will be getting in both of this. So if I run it, you will be getting the same output, right? Suppose if it is negative negative b, that is pre-incrementation, that is 3 minus 1, you will be getting 2 here. You are getting 2. Okay. So this is pre-incrementation and post-incrementation. It will come under arithmetic operators. The remaining operators you may already have an idea. That addition, subtraction, those things you may already know. So let's go for the next one. Is it asking anything? That plugin?
One second. Yes, ma'am. Can I share it?
Yeah, share your screen.
Yeah, it is.
So what you have to do is second checkbox, deselect that one. Okay. Now click on confirm. Okay, it will take some time. Okay, you can stop sharing your screen.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so now we can see, we can finish the class with assignment operators. So it is assignment operators. That is plus equal to, minus equal to, star equal to, then division equal to, all these things are assignment operators. So for example, if I am having integer m is equal to 10, and I want to add 2 to this term. I want to add 2 to this term. So how to do that one? So it is m plus 2, and I'll be storing that again in m itself, right? So this is what we will be adding. So you can just see. So what is my scenario here? I want to add 2.
Add 2 with the to the
And I want to have it in the same m here. So if it is 12 now. So instead of doing this one, what we can do is we can use m plus equal to 2. Okay. So this is assignment operator. So instead of having this one, we can have it simply. So what it is meaning is plus equal to 2. Already some value will be present in m. Already some value will be present in m. And you are adding 2 to the already present value. So if I run the code, I'll be getting 12 here. Right? So I'm getting 12. Suppose if you want to subtract it by 12. Okay? If you want to subtract it. So now it is subtract by 5, let it be 5. You want to subtract by 5 means, so what you have to do, I am commenting this line. So it is m minus equal to 5. Already some value is present in m. From that value, I am going to subtract 5. Okay. Already some value 10 is there. I want to subtract it by 5. So I am giving m minus minus, that is minus equal to 5. Suppose if you want to multiply m by 3.
multiply
so what you have to? M star
multiply
equal to 3. Okay?
3.
M star equal to 3. You'll be getting 13 now. So if you want to divide it, let it be divided.
So it is more than a shortcut, right? For instead of giving separate.
It's just another way.
Okay.
So running this code now, we'll be getting 5 here. So these are assignment operators. So we have seen 2 operators, arithmetic operators and assignment operators, and we have seen what are all the loops present. So if loop, if else, for loop, then while loop, do while, and switch case we have seen. So the remaining operators we can continue tomorrow. Share me your screen.
1 second.
Okay, it will take some time. Okay, so maximum at least it will take half an hour to 45 minutes sometime. So message me. Okay, suppose if it is asking anything, just message me. So sometimes it will wait for. Okay, what are the things that will come after this? Is it will ask you to click on install. That is, it will show you some warning like, do you want to install this one, like that. It may ask. So click on install anyway. And another option it will ask you is, after you have clicked on that install anyway, once it got finished, wait for it. Okay, wait. You will get an option called, do you want to restart your laptop? It may take some time because in background this installation will goes on, so it will be going on. So wait for it. Once you reaches that message, do you want to restart the Eclipse? Click on restart. It will be automatically installed. So it will take some 40 to 45
face any
minutes.
issues, I will message
Yeah, message me. I'll reply you. Okay.
Ma'am, I asked you for this materials now. You said you will send me some videos.
I told you next week I'll forward the Java materials.
Next week. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I'll wind up now.
Okay.
So tomorrow
fine,
we can
once
finish.
It's done, I will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tomorrow I'll finish operators and then we can start OOPS concept. First, let's finish OOPS and then we can get into collection framework. Okay.
After that, after OOPS.
Collection framework. We are having the Java topics essential for Selenium, that we can do.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. Sure.
Okay. So it will reach us 15, and before that also it may ask you some questions. I told you, right, some pop-up will be there. Click on install anyway. You'll be having an option. If you click on that one, background process will goes on, and it will ask you to restart your Eclipse. So that's all. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Kindly send me the videos and assignments, ma'am.
I'll do that. Yeah, I'll send it now.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yesterday I have sent, right?
Yeah, I have already forwarded, no.
Okay.
Not for day before the assignment. Yesterday's assignment I forwarded just 1 hour before the class started.
Okay, no problem. No. I have sent you that video link, right? Yesterday's videos link.
Video link, yeah. Video link I
Yeah.
have uploaded.
Okay.
I have downloaded and that's it.
Okay.
Also, you send me some assignment for related to overloading. I've already done it.
Okay. I'll check it. Okay. After you finish that
I
one,
know.
you can send me. I'll check it. Okay. I'll wind
Sure,
up now.
no.
Yeah.